Mike Perlek here to entertain you with the help of Counting Crows. I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm not sleeping anymore. I decided that as long as I don't go into any verses and just sing a chorus of part of somebody's song, I don't see how they're going to be able to. I mean, I'm not sleeping anymore. How many songs have that line in it, really, you know? Anyways, it does represent a rare addition to my CD collection, Counting Crows live across the wire, live in New York City. The singer guy, Adam, I remember when I was a kid, and I only know this because I had a crush on Jennifer Aniston when I was a kid, but apparently him and Jennifer Aniston went out on a date once, so, oh, they're in a relationship, oh boy. Yep, I had a crush on Jennifer Aniston. Me and a million, if not a billion other physically healthy men in the world. Okay, on with this journal entry. We humans are absolute. We humans don't need God. We have our human doctors. Our human doctors are God when it comes to life and death. We have our human-made government, which is God when it comes to right and wrong. Yeah, we humans got it all worked out. We humans have no moral obligation at all. Humanity is God. If you believe that, I have a leaky rowboat to sell you. $10,000, it's all yours. Anyways, in my last video, I made reference to the fact that, as I see it anyways, Bill Maher being a demigod. And I got thinking that it could be very easy for somebody to accuse somebody who's voting for Donald Trump as of hailing him on the pedestal of a demigod. Well, I can't speak for others, but I can honestly say for me, I own 3 things that, in terms of merchandise, I own 3 things that could justify me being accused of seeing Donald Trump as a demigod. And all 3 things were gifted to me. I paid nothing for them. Number 1, a bumper sticker, which I just got only because I donate money to the TNC, the Trump National Committee. A button that was gifted to me. It says Trump 2020. Again, gifted to me by my brother-in-law. There you go. And last but not least, and probably I would regard as probably the coolest thing I own, was gifted to me by my mother. What is this? Jumbo coin thing, whatever the hell. It says Donald Trump 17 to 2021. I don't even know where the hell she got this, but anyways, those are the only 3 things I own, and all 3 of them were gifted to me. I spent nothing on them. However, I do donate to the TNC. The hell with the RNC and the DNC. But I think Bill Maher may be just better at camouflaging his crude ego, whereas Trump's crude ego is more on his sleeve, out there for the world to see. A quote I recall about history, when you're telling the story of history, factual, accurate history, it must be told in a truthful way with all blemishes and imperfections. So Bill Maher is either A, ignorant to his demigod status, or is willfully deceptive for the sake of his own self-enrichment. But the main theme of this journal entry, YouTube journal entry, is going to be coerced faith is not true or natural faith. Our founding fathers understood this. I wish current elitist leadership did. That's why we have In God We Trust on our currency. Our founding fathers were basically saying, we did our best, we're doing our best, but ultimately it is Almighty God who will decide the fate of America. You cannot force faith and belief on someone. To do so is a contradictory act to the nature of having faith. That's why I agree with Dr. Steve Turley that Bill Maher is one big fat hypocrite. A true religion needs freedom. So that is what fundamentally why coerce faith is not real natural faith. And to be free, one must possess virtue. One with virtue must have faith. It's the only way to be free. Makes you want to re-examine why any human being would pedestrianize another human being for any reason. This is why I believe any man or group of men who would pedestrianize any woman or women in general will always be a miserable human being. Apparently there's a white men for Kamala Harris for president because she's a woman, because, you know, girl power and all that. And there's a group of white women for Kamala Harris because, you know, she's a woman and white girl power and, oh. Unfortunately, yeah, Sean Astin, Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. He's in the white men for Kamala club, unfortunately. But I'm not surprised. I'm a nerd, so I've watched the DVD special features and extras on the Lord of the Rings DVDs and Blu-rays that I own. Apparently, Sean Astin's wife has to be on set whenever he's doing a kissing scene with another woman. I'm just telling you what and there's even interviews of Sean Astin himself backing this whole thing, talking about how his wife has to be on set whenever he's got to do a kissing scene with a girl. And when I saw this growing up on the DVD extra special features, I thought at the time, aw, that's so sweet. She must really love him. No, she's possessive and lacks confidence in her own feminine energy. That's why I've made my peace with the Almighty God on my being on my own. There's not an earthly female that possesses enough feminine energy to satisfy me. Hey, maybe Sean Astin, on off chance, he might see this video and get it might tick him off. It might stimulate some deeply buried masculinity within him, and he might go ahead and vote for Trump. Just so in the aftermath, he can say to his wife, his controlling wife, See, I am a man. I'm Sean Astin, and I'm a man. You know, in my defense, I say left-leaning people do tend to be more emotionally impulsive. Oh, God help me. You know, if you would have told me I'd be on a public platform poking fun at Sean Astin, I would have told you were crazy. Sure are living in interesting times, aren't we? All right. I don't want these to be that long, so that'll be it for this one. Mike Burlack, thank you for your time.